For this question, we're going to keep things simple by using the open formula, which I've talked about many times. And it works on percentages questions. It works on exponential questions. And so I'm just going to say, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to question number 37 and watch that video. I explain where it is, what it comes from. But it's something that's worth memorizing. And I'm just going to dive right into it for this one. First and foremost, it means that when we talk about Jessica's deposit, the one from the original question, our open formula is going to tell us that we have 100 times 1.02 to the t gets me my new value. Okay, so that's Jessica. Tyshawn has a similar situation, right? An account that earns 2.5% interest compounded annually. And so when we plug that into the formula, everything's going to look the same, except that number is going to be a little different in the parentheses. That's the percentage that represents the growth. And so an increase of 2.5% is going to have a little extra attached to it. And so what we need to now do is they tell us, let's put in 10 as the number of years, and we want to get the value after that amount of time. So I'm just going to erase here, and let's make t into 10. And let the calculator take over. So 100 times 1.02 to the 10th. And this is where we really got to be careful here. So they're telling us at the end, round to the nearest cent. Okay, so don't start rounding too soon, right? We got to really keep track of everything, because if we're off by a little bit, that might impact my answer, 899442. Okay. Now let's do Tyshawn. That's 100 times 1.025 to the 10th. And that's 128.0084544. Okay. Now I included way more digits than I need, but I'd rather be safe than sorry here. So when we do the subtraction, I know it's kind of backwards, but just bear with me. So I'm going to do that number minus 121.899442, I get 6.10901242. And here's the key. We need to round to the nearest cent, right? So the nearest cent right now is 10. But that 9 is going to impact it, and it's going to round me up to $6.11. And that is the only valid answer to this question. So what I see a lot of times with my students is I see them get this basically right, but they took a shortcut somewhere in the rounding and they either bubble $6.10 or $6.12. I see it constantly. So if that's you, you're taking too many shortcuts and you gotta ease back. You gotta be cautious, right? We know how the SAT tries to trick us, and we know that they're out there leaving these little traps. And so we need to be a little more cautious on these kinds of questions than we would maybe for a test in school, where we know our teacher might not penalize us for a little bit of a rounding error, right? We have that flexibility, or she's not going to design the questions so that happens. The SAT is different. It's playing by different rules, and we've got to play by those rules as well, or we're going to lose points on stupid stuff. And so don't lose points on that, on rounding. That's so frustrating.